What's going on, everyone? So there's a lot of talks about the Los Angeles Lakers trading for various centers, right? And I do imagine that that's going to continue to be a thing and be a point of topic between the entire offseason until they address the center position, right? Because it's the biggest need, and it should be their number one priority. It should be their biggest focus. It should be the thing that you want to get taken care of first before you do anything else, right? Because last thing you want to do is do all this other stuff, put yourself in a position, and then you're like, oh, well, we still don't have a center. And in my opinion, Lakers need two centers. I think they need a clear-cut starting level center, and then they need a clear-cut backup center. And if you can get those two things, then I think the Lakers are good, and then it's just kind of filling out the edges. Because the Lakers do have several other needs. It's not just this. It's not like the Lakers go get a center and that's it. Now they're the best team in all of basketball, right? It would be a huge stride, right? It'd be a huge step in the right direction, but they definitely need, 3-and-D wings and bench depth and, versatility. Like they just need athleticism, and it's just, you need a lot. But you're looking at a lot of these trades, Nick Claxton, Daniel Gafford, right? Mark Williams, right? The list goes on, and there's going to be more and more. And yes, it would be great to have a Mark Williams type of center, or, can you sign and trade for a Miles Turner or something like that? If the Lakers could pull something like that off, beautiful. I'm all for it. But I don't think it's something that is a desperate, dire need. I don't think it's something where it's like, man, if the Lakers don't get a Mark Williams or they don't get a Miles Turner or something like that, that's it. They're cooked, right? Oh, that's it. Might as well pack it in. Lakers season is done. No, I just think that they need a serviceable center. Right? I just think they need really two guys that can come in, slot in, and just really give you three things, right? Give you shot blocking, right? Rim protection. You need defense, right? Be a lob threat and rebound the basketball. If you can do those three things, that's all the Lakers need. Yes, getting a skilled big that isn't reliant on Luka or Reeves or LeBron, I do think would be very beneficial. It'd be great. But I think it's more of a cherry on top rather than this is a necessity, right? Yes, it'd be nice to have a guy you could dump the ball down to and he could just go to work around the rim or self-create for himself, all that. But again, you're that guy, bare minimum. We'll use Mark Williams as an example, right? Bare minimum. Mark Williams, best case scenario is he's the fourth option, right? Unless they end up trading in Austin Reeves or something like that at some point. But chances are it's probably not going to happen, and you're at best, again, the fourth option behind Luka, LeBron, Austin Reeves. So how many field goal attempts are you going to get? How much opportunity are you going to get to really display the level of skill that you would have as a skilled big man, right? Now, again, it's very different. If the Lakers talked about Jaren Jackson Jr., if the Lakers go trade for Jaren Jackson Jr., that's different because now you're probably giving up Austin Reeves in that move. So now that guy becomes the third option. And then when LeBron retires, whenever that is, now shifts over and is probably the second option, right? Things are very different in that regard. But outside of a clear top end center, realistically, you're looking at kind of these, roll to, in the case of a Miles Turner, all-star caliber, but he's never going to be more than that third or fourth guy. So I don't think that should be something that the Lakers are rushing to the door to go and get, right? And I do think that given the Lakers have so many other needs and so many other issues that need to be addressed, and more likely than not, those issues are probably only going to be solved through various trades. And with the Lakers having such limited assets, limited players, limited salary, right? I just think if you can just solve your center position in free agency, it's not that bad of a deal. Now, again, obviously, if the right move, if you can get Mark Williams for, a Dalton Connect swap, you got to kind of do it, right? You do that, you get it done, you get it over with, right? Or if, whatever, you could get Walker Kessler or, even a Miles Turner, right? If Miles Turner's hey, I want to be a Laker, it'd be kind of tough to say no. Or, again, a Jaren Jackson Jr., something like that. If the opportunity presents itself, if through looking for that opportunistic trade, you end up finding that move, then yes, take it, right? Take what presents itself. If something falls in your lap, take it. right? But I don't think that the Lakers need to force the issue in that regard. And I think the Lakers should be smart. And again, I don't mind. Like, if you told me the Lakers went and signed Clint Capella and Jericho Sims, right? And then now have all of their assets, all of their players, all of their pieces to now go and trade to get depth, athleticism, and two-way, 3-and-D guys. I think there's an argument to be made that might actually be better. I mean, again, look at like Indiana and, OKC and even Minnesota and stuff like that, right? Like, these guys are getting on these deep playoff runs, and this is now multiple years, on athleticism and speed, particularly in the backcourt, right? Because we're in this just pace and space NBA. We're in this version of the NBA where it's like you just go, right? And OKC is smaller than the Lakers are and are out rebounding, out hustling, and outworking Minnesota, who the Lakers, I mean, they were getting I mean, you had Rudy Gobert look like prime Shaq. Literally. Right? And yet a smaller OKC team that's running 3-4 guard lineups are out working, out hustling. They had a lineup where like Jalen Williams was like their center. It was like a 5 guard line. It was like the weird thing. And they won those minutes by a good landslide. Right? Like, and it's just like, why? Why is that happening? Because, again, they're all athletes. You look at the Lakers, they just don't have that. It's like Luka can't, it looks like he's stuck in the mud sometimes. And then you look like, okay, well, who's next to him? It's like, oh, it's Austin Reeves. Like, he's just as bad. It's like, okay, well, who's next to him? Oh, Luka Doncic, he's just as bad. Right? You just like go down the list, and it's like, who are you supposed to get that's going to so to me, I'd rather see the Lakers kind of shift focus and just, again, if the right trade is there, take it. But if worst case scenario, you're kind of looking at Clint Capella and going like, hey, we'll give you a starting role this season, but we can only give you the taxpayer mid-level. And you sign him, and then you bring in Jericho Sims on a vet minimum. It's fine. It's perfect. Solved your center position. You got exactly what you need. 2 guys that can rebound, defend, and block shots. Perfect. Be a lob threat. Perfect. Run the floor. Perfect. Are they the sexiest names? No. Are they the best names? No. But they're exactly what you need. Both guys are probably going to be double-digit scorers because of Luka, and Luka's just going to, set them up and make life incredibly easy for them. Right? Like, I just don't think you have to, like, kick the door down in order to solve the center position. I just think, there is an argument to be made of just solve it in free agency if you can find the right free agents. But anyway, as always, pass the question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you agree? Do you think like, yes, solve it in free agency? Do you think, nah, like you got to go pull off a trade. You got to go make a move. However you feel. Either way, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.